It's gonna be so cool. My biggest thing is I want to catch tuna on some guy's roof with the address on it. I think that'll be rad. It'll happen. You watch. In 1999, I caught tuna on a cow. He was floating. I didn't even know what it was. In the binoculars, I'm going, what is that? All you saw was his legs going like this. I'm like, I gotta see what it is. When I got there, the sonar went, there's fish on the cow. How rad is that? You know what I had to do? Kill them because they're dumb and they should not be on a cow. I'm trying to help the population. We got to get rid of the dumb ones. Don't get on a cow, you dumb fish. Am I pissing you off? Okay, good. Smile. Thank you. Hate it when they stand there and they're going, hey, that guy. I'm trying to make fishing great again, one dead fish at a time. Don't worry, they give these to me. It's gonna be okay. All right, if I broke it, they'll say, Dave, you broke another one. Here, have another one, have two. Just, you should be wearing your Akuma shirt right now though, in front of the Accurate. Did we bring one of those? Nope. I don't know where I put it. What happened to all the cool stuff I brought? Huh? No. Oh well, sorry, I got lost. Okay, we broke it. Absolutely broke it. Well, good thing this is the second to the last one, huh? Okay, and we already did our thing about the fishing pole. Oh, one more thing. Let me help you out. You cannot adversely affect the population of the fish in the ocean with one of these. Not even you. Nope, and I know you can't because I've seen you fish. But you can't, and they're teaching them the wrong. It's okay to kill a fish, take it home and eat it. You're not a criminal. No, you're not. But they want, at her school, they want her to believe she is. But I'll help you, I'll come to your school and I'll straighten her out. I have 4 years of education, so I know everything. Because I learned it from my 18-year-old son who absolutely knows everything right now. Some of you that have a company, you better hire him because he knows everything. It's rad. I never met someone that knew so much. I don't even know how to dress or talk. Did you know that? I have no idea. I didn't know. This is what I wear every single day. Winter, spring, summer, fall. I went out to a beautiful steakhouse last night with Paul Hebert, and this is how I dressed. And Paul's, all, you think to let us in? I said, I know they're gonna let me in. I don't know about you. But they'll let me in because I got that green stuff. You fold it up and put it in your pocket. You can get in anywhere with that. You've seen me do it before. I don't have the money Paul does, but I got some. Okay. No idea. Okay, good. Because it's hard. Bye. Sorry I pissed you off. Not really. Okay. So, when you're offshore and you're looking, you got your binoculars, you gotta look. You can't be staring at your buddy. You gotta look. And you're looking for anything that isn't water. Now, if you see the ocean's flat, calm, and you see the winds blowing right there where those chairs are, you know what that is? That's tuna. They're swimming on the surface. It's called a breezer. You want to get in front of them. You don't want to approach them from their back. Why? Because fish don't eat with their butt. They eat with their mouth. So you do not want to cast your bait at their butt. No? You do? Okay. He likes to catch butt eaters. I'm sorry. But that breezer's going to be moving one direction or another. It will. Dead fish just don't sit there. They're moving. So you got to figure out which way the breezer's going and get in front of it. And then throw your baits in the water. Okay? If you see a bird, one bird, the little white one, looks like a butterfly, he's called a tern. If he's hovering, just hovering and looking down, he's looking at a whole bunch of tuna. That's what the terns do. The pelicans and the brown seagulls, they are looking for bait. But the white tern, he's super smart. He is looking for tuna. And when he finds them, he hovers right above them. Why? Because he knows that eventually, if he follows them enough, they're gonna push some bait up to the surface and then he can pick. Now when that white tern goes down to pick, that means those tuna are right on the right, like that far underwater. You want to throw your bait right there, underneath the bird, automatic. They'll eat it, because that's what they're doing. They're looking for food. They're out here in this area, and they're spawning. Have you ever spawned? I didn't think so. When I spawn, I'm hungry. Right before I eat my ice cream and go to sleep. You want to get them when they're spawning, because they're hungry. That's why they come up here. When the water gets warm, they start to spawn. And that's why they come up here to spawn. That's when we need to catch them. Nothing makes me happier than catching a fish full of eggs, because then I've killed like 100,000. That's rad. If you kill fish for a living, that's what you want to do, right? I'm just saying, I didn't make the rules, I'm just trying to live within them. I did not write the rules, but I'll have to just live with them. Okay? See that? We got the biggest lobster ever caught in California. You guys know that, right? 18 3/4 pounds in a hoop net. I started the whole hoop net phenomenon. That's been a Promar. 2007. My wife got the largest lobster ever caught in California, weighed 18 3/4 pounds. You know why we know how much it weighed? Because she's silly, and she wouldn't let me kill it. She gave it to the aquarium in Long Beach. So the next night I got a 15-pounder and we ate it. You know what it tasted like? Lobster. People go, oh, I don't like to take the big ones. They don't taste great. Tell me where you threw it back at, please. You know how many lobsters you can have if you have the greatest night of lobster fishing of your life? 7. Period. End of story. You are not going to adversely affect the population of lobsters with a hoop net. Not even you, bro, because the law says you can only have 7. If they cared about the lobsters, they would end the season. I'm sorry, I got lost. Mashed potatoes. This is not tuna. But if they cared about the lobsters, they'd end the season in January. Because what do all the lobsters have on them right now? Eggs. Lots of them. No one listens to me, though. They don't want to know what I know, because I'll tell the truth. Nothing makes me happier than dumping 2 5-pound females into a pot of boiling water full of eggs. That's so rad. And I take pictures of it, and I do it on Facebook Live. Look at these. We're about to kill 20,000 lobsters. Darn! Then I go out the next day and there's more lobsters. It's the weirdest thing. The lobster fishermen had the greatest year of lobster fishing they've ever had at the beginning of the season. Ever! So, I read this on the boards all the time. The hoop netters took all the lobsters. I wish we did. But you know why they can beat up on us? Because we won't agree on anything. Fishermen will not agree on a thing. A lot of people in the audience right now are thinking I'm out of my mind. How could you kill everything, Dave? I can only kill 10 a day. That isn't everything, no matter what they're trying to tell you. I can only kill 7 lobsters a day. I am not adversely affecting the population in the ocean of any animal at all. Because every time I go to these spots that I've been fishing since I was a little kid, there's still stuff there. It's really starting to bite. Tell them I said hi. That's the 4th seminar he's been to of mine. How many of you guys been to of mine? Like 7? 3. Okay, mashed potatoes. 3 looks like 7 to me. I don't know. 3, 8, 9. Hey, look at that. There's a fish. We killed that one. And I went back to that spot the next day and there was still some there. Thank you for that pulled pork yesterday. That was epic. Okay, what were we talking about? Blue, oh, okay. So, you saw the breezer. You know what that is now? You know about the little white bird. Why have these new people that are legends in the industry been so good at bluefin fishing the last couple of years? You know why? Because they watch my videos. Ask them. Go down there and say, hey, are you a member of Dave's website? They'll go, oh yeah, I am. And look at, I caught all these tuna because I listened to Dave. Ask them, they're not gonna lie, they're gonna tell you because they know. For $4.99, I teach you how to kill everything out here. Because I want you guys to be successful when you go. There's no other captains doing this for you. This thing has been deadly. Deadly, why? Because we put it on a kite and we put it way out there to where you gotta look with binoculars to see it. Bluefin, I don't know if you know, but they hate the boat. But they wanna get in that white bag with the ice in it. They just don't know it's on a boat. So we're just trying to help them get in the white bag, right? This helps them. This will bring them right into the white bag. Here's what I do though. I'm different than most. We do not pick the pole up out of the rod holder and try to fight it and go, oh, I'm a man, oh, I fought a tuna for 3.5 hours on the rail. We leave it in the rod holder with 40 pounds of drag and 200-pound braid and 400-pound fluoro. 40 pounds of drag. When he bites it, we take away his will to live immediately. Nobody cares about your story of how long it took to catch it. They don't. They want to see you holding it up by the tail. That's it. That's all they want to see. They don't care you spot one for 8 hours on the rail and you can't walk anymore. I was absent that day in school. No, let's not lie. I never went to school. Fish are not supposed to hurt us. We are the dominant. We're the humans. We kill fish. They're not supposed to hurt you. That's a legend. That's a myth. They're not. That's like Santa Claus or the perfect woman that doesn't exist. Like I said, call my HR department. I will answer. I will answer. Okay, I'm just kidding. There is some wonderful ladies out there. I just never seem to find them. She's awesome when I'm not home. That's what they say. What are we talking about? Oh, this on the kite, skipping it. This needs to skip on the water. It doesn't fly through the air like an airplane, then land, then fly through the air. That's not how you do it. It has to skip on the water. Go from wing to wing the whole time. Like this. The whole time on the water. Because where are the fish? In the water. They're not in the sky. I don't know when that happened or who wrote that book, but a lot of people think you got to skip these in the air. I have 2 crew members. One, when this is out, sits in a beanbag chair on the bait tank and stares at it all day. All he has to do is stare at this for 13 hours a day. That is his job. If you don't want that job, there's people standing in line that want it. They do, they want to, I know it's weird, but they want to work for me on my boat. He sits in a beanbag chair on the bait tank, staring at this in the binoculars, and my other deckhand sits on the rod all day. That's all he gets to do. They can't come off of it to get something to drink. If they got to go potty, they have to pee in the water. They cannot come off the rod. That's their job. That's the only thing they have. They're stressed out of their mind because they have to stare at this all day, and the other one has to watch the reel. All day, the kid that's watching this in binoculars goes, let out a little bit of line. Wind up a little bit of line. Let out a little bit of line. Why? Because there's wind. The wind will make this go up. Then there's no wind. Then it starts to dig underwater. The whole time, someone has to watch this and it has to skip on the water because let's say it goes over the fish where they are and it's in the air. It doesn't work. If it's on the water and it's making a commotion, and I don't even know if it has anything to do with the fact that it looks like a flying fish. I just think they're pissed because it's raising all that havoc and they want to kill it. That's what I think. And you'll be shocked at how many of them have horrible aim. These 300-pound tuna have horrible aim. They can't catch this thing. If you don't believe me and you don't want to be part of my website and you just want to go out and catch nothing all day, go to my YouTube channel and just watch the video. And I narrate the whole thing as we come into a breezer and how the yummy's on the water skipping and 8 tuna miss it. And then the 9th one didn't miss. And then you get to see him die. He's dead on the deck. That's Danny from Fish Note. He caught some whoppers that day, didn't he? So you want this to skip when? From when the sun comes up to when the sun goes down. There are many, 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 many days where we skip this thing for 13 hours without a bite. And then we caught 6 in the last hour because we used that giant 130 with 200-pound braid and 40 pounds of drag. Because when it's bite time, they all want to get in the boat. And you got to get them in as fast as you can. And you don't want to stand there at the rail and fight them. We leave the boat in gear. When we get bit, the boat stays in gear the whole time. Not at 8 knots, but it's in gear, 1 engine, out of gear, engine. The boat's constantly moving at 1 knot, down swell. That's keeping the fish coming up. We never allow them to get into the death circle. Never, ever, ever does that fish do a circle. 90% of them are doing this when they come in. They look like a lure. Because they got 40 pounds of drag, 200 pounder, you just grind them in like a lure. And they spin, there's nothing better. When they're spinning, you know he's dead. We use single hooks, no trebles. I know a lot of people have to use a treble, and you gotta keep using it if that's what you feel you need. I gotta use this. We had 49 fish over 200 pounds on my boat last year. Those of you that follow me on Fish Dope, you know I'm not lying, because you know me, I take a picture of everything the moment it happens. If I catch a tomcod, it's gonna be on Snapchat, Instagram, Facebook before it clears the rail. Because that's just, I want you guys to see that there's fish out there. So I post every single thing as fast as it happens. I'm the only guy that shares all the information all the time. A lot of the industry hates me for that, but I don't care, because when I get home at night, I see none of them, except I have a stack of bills and I have to pay them. So I'm trying to share it with you guys so you'll be successful. Do you understand? Does that make sense to anybody? What's the name of my website? Your Saltwater Guide. You need to be a part of it. I'm not looking to hit a home run off of you. I'm just watching you to be successful. It's $4.99 a month. And everything you saw here today is available on the website. Plus all kinds of new stuff. Every day I'm making videos at my house, and I'm posting them on my website at least once a week. And it's all about fishing in Southern California. You know what the most looked at video on the website of the 98 videos that are on there? How to tie up your boat. Because no one ever taught anybody how to tie up their boat. 99.9% of the people out here don't know how to tie up a boat. There's only one way. Every other way is wrong. Go to my website and look. It'll show you. You'll go, oh, I thought I knew I was tying it. No, there's only one way, the right way. Okay, do we have any questions? We already know everything. Far out. The leader, we have about a 6-foot rod. So we're using about an 8-foot leader because we don't pick the rod up out of the rod holder. So we wind this about an inch below the tip, and then we gaff them. So that you got to make sure you don't want the leader to be too long that the fish won't come to the surface. It all depends on your boat. But remember, you want to go with the heaviest line you can on it. If I could fly cable, steel cable, I would. Because the heaviest line we can get to fly in the kite is 200 pound. That's as heavy as we can get. This, we use 400 pound fluoro. The bait doesn't, or the line never hits the water. So the fish aren't gonna see it. So you always wanna use the heaviest you can because you wanna catch one. You just don't wanna tell them you had a battle. You wanna catch one when you go, right? Okay, any more questions? Yes.
How to read the fish dope charts and the chlorophyll charts to find where they are in general.
Okay, he was asking about the chlorophyll and the fish dope terrafin charts that are available. On there, if you look at the charts, there's red dots, yellow dots, and green dots. The red dots are the fish that bit today. The yellow ones are yesterday, and the green ones. They all matter. That's why they put them on there, because you want to look at that water that those fish are in today. and where they were yesterday and the day before. Watch that water. The ocean's always moving. It's going one way or another, and there's all kinds of rivers out there. If you follow where they were 3 days ago and where they are today, you can get the pattern. You never want to go where they were yesterday. You want to go where they're going. Everybody else that wasn't at my seminar isn't a part of it. They're going to go where they were yesterday because they have that job thing and they don't know where to go and they have no plan. Hey Mike, how are you? They don't have a plan. You got to have a plan, and that fish dope chlorophyll chart, terrafin chart is going to help you out, but you got to learn how to read it. The best way to read it is why they give the green, the orange, and the red, so you can see which way the fish are going. They're going to be moving in one direction or another. They're going to go in east, west, north, or south. You just have to start to decipher that. But try to always go where you think that water is headed.
Okay.
That way you can get up to where you believe they're going to be. If they're not there, you can work back down to where they were yesterday, and you'll probably find them in between there. Okay? But you got to quit fishing for boats. Okay? When I see a bunch of boats, I go the other way, because that water's dirty now. I don't mean dirty as in color, I mean dirty as in everybody else looked at it. I need to find clean water with no boats. Yes. You got a question?
I did.
Oh, you did?
How fast do you drag those?
8.5 knots.
8.5?
8.5 knots. It's on the website.
Thank you.
8.5 knots. Why 8.5 knots? Because the guy that taught me said 8.5 knots. And it works. And I'm not going to change it. I'm going to keep dragging it at 8.5 knots because that's what they eat. I know guys drag them faster. I know guys drag them slower. I had 49 fish, over 200 pounds last year. I'm going to keep doing what works till it doesn't work anymore or we kill the last one. Yes. On my boat, we don't do the flat fall thing. We don't throw bait at them because we do not want to be involved in a fish hookup for 3 or 4 or 5 hours. We want to catch 6 in the time you catch your 1. And when it gets dark, you know what we do when it gets dark? Go to sleep, because we're not vampires. But there are guys out here that will take you on their 12-foot skiff and make you pay a few $1,000s and you can fish all night. No bathroom, no bed, but they'll take you, and they want to. And they're very successful, but I don't want to be that successful. Yes.
You only use one kite at a time?
What?
Only one kite at a time?
One at a time.
Okay.
One at a time, because what happens if we hook 2? That's horrible,
Okay.
because then it's a big giant mess.
Okay.
And it's already a mess anyway. If I can get 1 200-pounder on the boat, we're having a phenomenal day. What happens when you have 2 of these in the water, when it's bite time, they'll eat, one will eat one and one will eat the other every time we've done it. Now, what? Now we gotta stop. And now they're both doing the death circle and we're there for hours while my buddies are just sinking their boats with dead fish. Any more questions? Okay, he's asking me if I've done that frozen live flyer where it's like fishing with a bobber. That is great for the sport boats because they have 20-some people and everybody gets to sit there and fish their other rods and they get to watch that, and we call that catfish fishing. I'm a hunter. My boss, we tried it last year. My boss, I don't know if you noticed, but I got ADD. My boss has it worse. We cannot set for hours waiting for that fish, but it works. It works, and there's a lot of guys super successful with it, and we applaud them because that keeps them out of my way. But that setting for hours, staring at a flyer that's bouncing up and down the water, can't do it. Just can't do it. It's like going to a lake and casting a worm out on a bobber. Can you see me doing that? No, I'm sorry. And I can only watch so much TV. Okay, any more questions? Thank you for letting me share.
Everybody give a hand for Captain Dave Hansen, your saltwater guide.
Thank you, Dave.
All right, you can release your seatbelts and take off your helmets.